Hi, this is Inspiration Daily for November 12th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee with GinaGreenlee.com. Today's inspiration is Michael Phelpsing myself. I didn't know who Michael Phelps was until I read a book called The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg, which is a fantastic book, by the way, because I'm a lifelong learner, and it talks about, the power of habit. I forget what the subtitle is, but it's about being the best you can be and constantly growing. And so there were several stories and dynamics and people profile in the book, and Michael Phelps was one. And I read this book maybe about 3 years ago. Oh, okay, so Michael Phelps is some big-time Olympian. The last time I watched the Olympics, first of all, I don't own a television. I sold it in 1990. The last time I don't watch the Olympics. I think I might have watched some clips or something. Because people were on a talk show, an Olympian was on a talk show, and they were talking about something that was interesting for me, and I could watch it for 3 minutes. But I don't follow the Olympics. The last time I watched the Olympics was in the 80s, and it was in Sarajevo, before Yugoslavia, in the former Yugoslavia. And my all-time favorite Olympians ever in life are Jane Torvill and Christopher Dean. I love ice dancing, and they, as far as I'm concerned, they are the reigning king and queen. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has been able to touch them as far as I'm concerned. I see these little ice skaters and they flipping in and all. To me, the artistry was just unparalleled. So yeah, Michael Phelps. Okay. So I did watch some clips from this past Summer Olympics, and then of course, if you're logged into your YouTube account, the AI feed will deliver similar content. So something Michael Phelps came up. Let's see what he is, what he's all about. Okay, I mean, he won gold medals. Everybody winning gold medals. Good for them. But I've always been inspired, however. Okay, this is my getting to the point of this video, by the Olympian mindset. And yes, clearly it's that kind of high performance is an amalgam of genetics, resources, coaches and places to train, and having a team of people to work with you on your body. It's behavior, and that behavior also stems from the mindset. So, you can have all the genetics in the world. You can have great genetics, but if you don't get your butt out of bed and train, you're not winning anybody's 23 gold medals, which is what I found out yesterday when I did some research on it. I was like, dang, that is pretty phenomenal. And just breaking your own world records, and really, again, I'm old enough to remember when Mark Spitz was swimming. I was a child, but again, I wasn't really, but he was like a big deal because at that time he had won 7 Olympic gold medals for the United States, so that was a big deal. And it was 30-something years before Michael Phelps broke that, and then just pretty much it'll probably be another 70 years before somebody will win 23 Olympic gold medals in the United States, because that is pretty amazing. So I began to wonder about this person and about his mindset. Clearly I don't have his resources. I'm not 6'4". I don't have a wingspan, of a condor. I can swim, not like that. So this really wasn't about swimming or even sports for me. It was about mindset. I am a lifelong learner. I'm very much into growth mindset, very much into the work of Dr. Carol Dweck and everything that stems from that. There's an Australian man named James Anderson who has really, who works with educators, and he has really taken Carol Dweck's work. He's really illuminated it in such a practical way. So the internet is just this amazing thing for me, because I didn't grow up with this, and so I'm like, well, I don't have the resources of a Michael Phelps. I don't have a Coach Bowman to work with me since I've been 11 years old, because unlike Michael Phelps, I didn't know what I wanted to do in life when I was 11 years old. But I can go to the internet and I can listen to Michael Phelps, and most importantly, I can listen to his coach. So I'm going to put in the transcript box a video of, it's an hour and 15-minute video from 2017, where Coach Bowman, who is a swim coach for an Arizona university but is most well known for taking a child, Michael Phelps, and turning him into the sort of, the fish god on earth. He came to, he lives in the ocean and he swims, and then he comes to earth to tell us, he comes on land to tell us how he does it. But Coach Bowman is the one I'm listening to, because again, I don't have Michael Phelps genetics. I'm not interested in swimming at that level. I'm not 6'4", with a wingspan of a condor. And I have no interest in eating 12,000 calories a day, but I am very interested in the mindset of high performers from any walk of life. So, Michael Phelpsing myself, I'm inspired by this video, and so I've learned about the mindset, and Michael Phelpsing myself means I need to take my physical fitness to the next level. I've written 19 books, so I sit on my butt a lot. I also have a day job, and I sit on my butt a lot for that job. And I just need to, I like waking up feeling like $1 million, and if I keep sitting on my butt and having ice cream for dinner, I'm not going to wake up feeling like $1 million. So I decided to Michael Phelps myself, and take what worked for him in terms of mindset, in terms of food, things like, he eats spinach every day. I can do that. I mean, I'm not going to eat 12,000 calories a day because I'm not, burning up like that. But how can I take Michael Phelps's program, this incredible high performer, and like I say, why him? Because I happened to read a book that talked about him, and I literally, as I was reading the book, I had never seen him swim. I had never seen him speak. This was like 3 years ago. I think the last Olympics he was in was 2016. So I literally didn't know who he was, but the fact that, multiple chapters in this New York Times best-selling book were devoted to him and his mindset, that's what inspired me. So that's it. Michael Phelpsing myself, and I will put in the link the Coach Bowman presentation, which is outstanding. Anybody who's serious about being a high performer, I'm not saying that's the only thing and the be-all and end-all, but I've done so much reading in this area. I've done so much work in this area because I am an educator. I am master's trained in adult learning model and behavior change and stages of, I'm very familiar with the work of James Prochaska. And so, in the conscious competence learning model and stages of change, stages of readiness for change. So this is something that's very interesting to me, and I've applied these mindsets to different, aspects of my life. You don't write 19 books just by dreaming about it. You have to actually put some action behind it. In the same way, you don't win 23 Olympic gold medals. Yes, he did visualization and, focused on his goals, but then he also got his butt in the pool, 8 hours a day. So, and didn't eat ho-hos and ring dings, for lunch and dinner. So, very interesting. And so I'm going to apply this to myself, yay, because I'm setting some goals for myself, some fitness goals, and I'm ready. What I did when I was 20 or 40, oh my God, I used to jump rope for 90 minutes, double time. To just beat it, and Michael Jackson. For 90 minutes, I used to do that. I did that for a couple of years. I was like crazy fit, but I was also 23 years old, and I hadn't, bought houses, and my life was just beginning. So I had that kind of time to focus on, being like super duper fit. But now I have other things in my life. So how can I Michael Phelps myself and still enjoy the rest of my life, because Michael felt all he did was train for 5 years straight, and he didn't do it, and clearly I'm not doing that. I have other things that interest me. So I'm really excited. I'm Michael Phelpsing myself. Yay! Thanks for joining me for Inspiration Daily, November 12th, 2021.